A beautiful day here in Ashburn, and the Washington Commanders had rookie minicamp. It was available for us in the media, and we got a chance to see all of the 5 draft picks that the Commanders took. And I can honestly tell you, they were impressive. You can see the athleticism, you can see the speed, you can see the size, actually. Josh Connerly, first round draft pick out of Oregon, was very nimble on his feet during drills, had strong hands. His base is solid. I mean, he looked all the bit of a part of a potential dominant NFL offensive lineman. And as I said, I think Josh Connerly is going to be the starting right tackle for this team. I spoke with him and asked him, what was it like going up against the likes of an Abdul Carter and some of the guys at Michigan while he was in the Big Ten?
We talked a little bit about the Big Ten and you going up against Abdul Carter and some of the guys from Michigan. At what point did you realize that when you guys went to the Big Ten, going up against them, at what point did you realize, you know what, I can do this at an elite level?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there wasn't a specific game or moment, but as soon as we knew that we were going into the Big Ten, at the end of the day, it's just football. You got to go out there and play.
Trey Amos, who Washington drafted out of Ole Miss, he's a big physical corner, confident. I spoke with him as well and asked him as far as Marshon Lattimore, because that's who a lot of people are comparing him to as far as his physical style. And what does it mean to be playing alongside now a Pro Bowl corner?
Now, Marshon Lattimore is a Pro Bowl corner, and he's a physical corner. Do you see a little bit of your game in his game?
Everybody's game is different, but you can still learn from it, and just keep on getting all the knowledge you can, and being where he at. I'm looking forward to learning from him, being in the same meetings and just seeing how everything rolls, and just being confident.
Wide receiver Jalen Lane out of Virginia Tech, the speedster. I spoke with him as well and talked to him as far as, if the team spoke with him as far as special teams, because he was one of the more dominant punt returners in the country last year while as a Hokie. I also talked to him as far as carving out a niche. What can he do to help this team offensively? And he was very confident, very excited to be in the area. Obviously, Virginia Tech has a huge alumni base, so he was excited about the possibilities of all the Hokie love.
Man, as soon as I got that call, it's been Hokie love. They was going to support me wherever I went, but now I'm staying kind of close to, Hokie Nation. I know they're extremely happy.
I think they have the largest alumni base in the area. So
look, that's a great place to be then.
Okay. As far as just what you can bring to this team, we talked about it on draft day. But now that you're out here, able to get in some of the drills, do you see things that maybe you're surprised with yourself already?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'd just say, I'm here to just dominate my role. Whatever they ask me to do, I want to do it to the best of my ability, and that's what I plan on doing.
Have they talked to you a lot about special teams?
Yeah, we talked about special teams. That's going to be a part of my game. Being a rookie coming in, I got to play special teams regardless. So, I'm excited for that.
So as you can tell, it was a beautiful day out here in Ashburn. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day. Gabe Taylor spoke with us as well, and really excited to see him. He had that number 26 jersey on, and he was flying around out there, showed a lot of speed as well. And Gabe Taylor is excited and very thankful for his opportunity to be here in Washington.
Just coming in through these doors, man, just like all the memories, and then they got the 21 jersey on the wall in the equipment room, and then you just see my brother's name, and something I feel like I got to do and to represent him. So best way I can possible to do that.
I'm really excited about this draft class and some of the other rookies that we're trying out. There was a lot of athleticism and speed on display today. So Washington's taking that next step forward, my friends. I think if you look at this team, they're going from years past, maybe an undersized team, maybe a little slow at times, to a team that looks like they're larger, faster, more athletic, and they're going to need that if they're going to try to make this run to the Super Bowl. So right here in Ashburn, I'm Lake Lewis.